Thank you. Under Committee Rule 9, we'll now ask questions to witnesses under the 5-minute rule. I'll recognize myself for 5 minutes. First of all, I had a chance to go through all your testimonies, and I'm very impressed. Thank you so much for taking the time to do that. It's going to add a lot to our conversation and how we move forward. Ms. Akers, in your testimony, you mentioned in the past we rewarded participation at whatever cost. I'm going to paraphrase. We're moving forward, we're going to reward outcomes that matter to the student, worker, and taxpayer. That's a remarkable way of approaching this. What are your thoughts on the Working Families Tax Cut capping federal students' loans for graduate and professional students?
I think this is a tremendously important move for consumer protection. We've been talking for a decade now about student borrowers being victims of this system that does not have any underwriting, that does not help them discern whether debt will be affordable for them to take on. The limits put in place reasonable limits to bring in line the amount that people are borrowing with what they can anticipate to see as a return from those degrees.
Thank you. Mr. Landward, let me just say, coming from Utah and also growing up in Tallahassee and keeping up with that, there's a culture that we're seeing in both states. It's one of collaboration and, more importantly, keeping the student first, not the institution. So I want to applaud you both for making that happen. We know that confession about confusion about how much college education costs can cause students to make poor decisions about their higher education options, and to be a major barrier for students considering postgraduate education. How does Utah require institutions of higher education to be transparent about the tuition policies?
Thank you, Chair. In Utah, we feel an obligation because we are so highly supported by the state legislature, and because of the investment that the state makes. We have an obligation to ensure not only that we're putting downward pressure on tuition, but those who are reaping the benefits of this investment understand the nature of the investment. And so in Utah, we require, first of all of the institutions to hold public hearings and advertise those hearings with the students on campus in multiple venues to ensure they have an opportunity to come and hear what is the tuition paying for? If there is an increase, what is that increase going to pay for? How is it going to benefit the students? And then take that information and feedback and then make a recommendation to the Board of Higher Education. We take an opportunity to scrutinize all of those disclosures. And we also require them to provide us alternative scenarios. In other words, saying instead of raising tuition, what would it look like if we reduce the tuition that you're requesting to this level? Or what would it look like at 0? Please give us those scenarios, and then to push back on those to ensure that they're uncovering every opportunity to find different ways to pay for the needs for these increases. I mean, that kind of public disclosure helps ensure that not only students understand what the tuition is paying for, but also that our institutions understand that they have to justify every increase to ensure that it's going to provide value to those students.
Thank you. Mr. Rodrigues, Florida is the lowest resident undergraduate tuition and fees in the nation. What policies have been key to keeping college affordable without compromising educational quality?
The performance-based funding measures have prioritized student success. The student success measures have given our legislature and our governor the confidence to continue to invest. Each year, those metrics are reported, and we can demonstrate to the legislature and to the governor the connection between their investment in our higher education and the success of our students and how that contributes to the overall economy. Because our metrics are focused around student success, they understand the academic excellence that our students are receiving. That spurs further investment.
Thank you. I just want to say, again, thank you for prioritizing the students first in the center institution, and we're starting to see that's a great model for the rest of the country, and I'm looking forward to them seeing that. So that being said, I'm going to now recognize the ranking member for her question witnesses.